As African American women, our hair is our crown, right? It is our glory. It is a part of our beauty. It's a statement.
Creating an open and respectful world for natural hair, or the Crown Act, is a legal effort to protect and promote equality, emphasizing the beauty in human diversity.
You can express your way in so many different ways. Braids, twists, natural curl pattern. Because the way our hair makes a statement sets us apart from someone that can throw their hair in a ponytail or wash and go, you know, where as an African American person, we were born this way. It is a birthright to be able to wear my natural hair in any facet, in any manner, just like any other race.
A 2019 study conducted by Dove found that Black women are 80% more likely to change their hair to fit societal norms or workplace expectations. Dove and several lawmakers nationwide set out to change this and to create an equitable and inclusive world for natural hair through the development of the Crown Act.
So the Crown Act is something that we actually passed, but it's something that's nationally meant to prevent discrimination when it comes to hairstyles and textures. It's something that's been passed in other municipalities throughout the country. We have a situation where you can be cited and fined if you actually do, or if you are found to be in violation. There definitely are penalties, financial penalties, if you are found to frankly be discriminating against anyone in the city of Tempe for any reason, and that of course would include the newly adopted Crown Act.
Natural hair discrimination in the United States has roots in the Civil Rights era and beyond. The Crown Act was first introduced in California in 2019 to ensure protection against natural hair discrimination in workplaces and K-12 public and charter schools in an attempt to end natural hair discrimination worldwide.
I'm a person that was born in the 50s, so I've seen the transitioning of hair and Black people. I've seen a lot in terms of whether it's voting rights or all kinds of protests and things like that. Went through the Afro period where there were people being discriminated against for wearing an Afro to work, but that was a different time and place. So I'm aware of what could happen, and it seems like our world has taken like a couple of steps back, and we don't want to revisit those kinds of discrimination.
We have seen things throughout the country, quite honestly, situations where, for a child to participate in a wrestling competition, that all of a sudden someone stops the match and says, you cannot participate in this because you have braids or because you have dreadlocks. I mean, those are hairstyles that are part of who we are, the diversity of who we are as people in this country, as different races and ethnicities.
I think that there has just been a stigma of what our hair is supposed to look like. I feel like we have a perception of what we're supposed to look like from all the transitionings of the different decades, different centuries of what our hair looks like.
Since its introduction in 2019, the Crown Act has passed in 14 states and more than 10 cities, including Tucson and Tempe, Arizona, thanks to the help of local organizations and citizens speaking up for their community.
We're hearing young high school Black girls talk about, no, I can't wear my hair like that for the banquet because my coach won't think it's polished enough. Hearing those kind of statements, I just encourage them to be the best thing they can be. But then I thought, what can happen here in Tempe? And so when I knew the opportunity was there, I felt like my voice was heard and I can actually speak about it. And then I'm telling everybody I know in every other city, just find out, reach out to your local folks and find out what you can do. And I'm hopeful that Tempe and Tucson are just the beginning for Arizona.
By having it be a law, it also opens that discussion. And it is an important discussion for people in professional workplaces to recognize that for people of color, their professional hair is going to look different than what the discriminatory standard has been up to now. So by having it be a law and people see it, and it allows us to open that conversation. And hopefully when we know better, we do better.
Citywide legislation in Tempe and Tucson has been beneficial locally, but there is a continued push for statewide legislation in the Arizona House of Representatives, as well as increased efforts for federal legislation with the passing of the Crown Act in the House in March 2022. However, the bill still needs to pass in the Senate and get signed by President Biden before it becomes law.
I'd like to see it be a national act, so that areas of the country, and there's areas of the country is not as maybe liberal as, say, Tucson or whatever. So that other areas of the country where it is all still being an accepted practice, that if it was federal level, you wouldn't have to do, first by the city, first by the state. It would be something that would be federal.
I also want to emphasize that we are one, right? And once we can get past the fact of what someone's hair looks like, what someone's complexion is, where someone grew up, someone's nationality, someone's figure, just being okay with being you as a person, which makes a beautiful rainbow of people.